Hey there! In today's video, we're going to learn about BIOS updating and its potential impact on your system. After updating my BIOS, all my settings were set to default, resulting in the lowest benchmark score I've ever had. Of course, I managed to fix the issue, and I'll be showing you both the terrible score I got initially and actually the best score I've ever got since using the 5900X. The BIOS is a firmware that is built into your computer's motherboard, and it controls the initialization of hardware components when you first turn on your computer. Upgrading your BIOS can offer several benefits, such as improved system stability, compatibility with new hardware, and enhanced performance. However, it's important to remember that updating your BIOS can be risky, as a failed or incorrect update can lead to an unusable system. Make sure to follow the steps carefully and only update your BIOS if you're experiencing issues or need support for new hardware. In this tutorial, we'll walk you through the steps to update the BIOS on your ASUS B550-A gaming motherboard. Step 1. Find your motherboard model. Before proceeding with the BIOS update, ensure that you have an ASUS B550-A gaming motherboard. You can find the model number printed on the motherboard itself or on the box it came in. Alternatively, you can use a software utility like CPU-Z or Hardware Info 64 to check your motherboard model in Windows. Step 2. Go to the ASUS support website. Visit the ASUS support website. In the search bar, type B550-A gaming and click on the suggested motherboard model to access the product support page. Step 3. Download the latest BIOS. On the product support page, click on the driver and utility tab. Then select BIOS in firmware section and in drop-down menu choose your motherboard. Find the latest BIOS version and click download to save the file to your computer. You may need to use the BIOS renamer tool if the downloaded file requires renaming, but this is typically not necessary for the ASUS B550-A gaming motherboard. Step 4. Prepare a FAT32 formatted USB flash drive. Format a USB flash drive to FAT32. Once formatted, copy the downloaded BIOS file to the root directory of the USB flash drive. Step 5. Reboot your PC and enter BIOS. Restart your computer and press the delete key during the startup process to enter the BIOS. Step 6. Navigate to EasyFlash. In the BIOS, use the arrow keys to navigate to the Tool tab. Select ASUS EasyFlash 3 utility and press enter. Step 7. Choose your flash drive and locate the BIOS file. In the EasyFlash utility, select the USB flash drive containing the BIOS file. Browse through the directories and locate the BIOS file you copied earlier. Step 8. Update your BIOS. Select the BIOS file and press enter. A prompt will appear asking you to confirm the update. Press enter again to start the BIOS update process. The update may take several minutes. Do not turn off your computer or interrupt the update process, as this can cause irreversible damage to your motherboard. Once the update is complete, your computer will automatically restart. You have now successfully updated the BIOS on your ASUS B550-A gaming motherboard. Updating your BIOS can provide several benefits, but it's crucial to follow the steps carefully to avoid potential issues. With this tutorial, you should be well equipped to update the BIOS on your ASUS B550-A gaming motherboard. As observed, the BIOS update reset all my settings, including the XMP profile for my RAM. As a result, my RAM is now running at 2133 MHz instead of 3600 MHz. To resolve this, I need to re-enable the XMP profile and restart my PC. After doing so, I decide to test my CPU using Cinebench. Upon reviewing the results, I noticed that my score is the lowest I've ever recorded. To improve my CPU's performance, I return to the BIOS and adjust the AMD PBO settings. After tweaking these settings and conducting another round of testing, I achieved the highest score among all tests conducted in the past year and a half. This experience demonstrates that enabling the XMP profile is not the only factor influencing CPU performance. What I noticed is that Precision Boost Overdrive, also known as PBO, was either disabled or configured with incorrect values. Additionally, the AMD C-State could be enabled, which is a feature related to AMD Cool and Quiet technology. By investing a little time in fine-tuning other settings, you can significantly improve your system's performance. In this case, the score difference was 9.8%, translating to almost 10% increase in multi-core speed. And there you have it. That brings us to the end of our BIOS updating journey. I hope this video has been both informative and helpful, shedding light on the BIOS update process and its potential impact on your system's performance. As we saw, updating the BIOS can sometimes lead to unexpected results, but with some tweaks and adjustments, you can optimize your system and even achieve better performance than before. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. I'd also like to mention that I'm doing my best to respond to all of your comments and questions. Your feedback is invaluable, and I'm more than happy to help out whenever time permits. So, don't hesitate to reach out with your thoughts, concerns, or any additional tips you might have regarding BIOS updates and system optimization. If you're an AMD user and would like me to create a video on optimizing your BIOS specifically for Ryzen CPUs, feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more. See you in the next one.